What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. KG is back with another transfer update. Talking today about Max Wöber in the main, and a goalkeeper is soon to depart. So Max Wöber, his future at the football club or away from it. Before I get into that, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop your comments and thoughts below. Thank you to Mr. P and Carl Brown for the super thanks on the last video. Much appreciated, guys. That video was a late night stream talking about Liam Cooper's future, talking about the interest in Pascal Struijk from Torino. But more importantly was the succession in captaincy that I feel should be handed over from Liam Cooper to Joe Rodon. Gave my reasons in full in that video. So if you haven't seen it, please go back and check it out. It was a good one, if I do say so myself. If I do say so myself. If I do say so myself. If you get the reference, shout out to you. Going to be, also a point I want to clear up from that video, because we was talking about you can't sell everybody, and we've got to have a squad here, which goes without saying. My main point was you've got to have players that want to be here, that are buying into the project, that, you know, buy into the dressing room ethos, much like Joe Rodon has. But one thing I've got to make clear, people, that I didn't make clear, and it was kind of bugging me, they've got to be quality players too. You know, even if we lose a Somerville, which is going to be hard, you're going to have to replace close to him, or, you know, at least close to it. We can't just have a bunch of passion merchants in the dressing room with no ball or no tech ability, have a bunch of league catamouls in there. So just want to make clear, the quality of the player is still the most paramount thing on this football channel. But you do have to have everyone buy in, otherwise it can unsettle the group. And we've seen that before throughout history. So just clarifying that point, okay? Just clarifying that. But let's get into today's news. Because, you know, I've spoken before about having a base of Struijk, Rodon, who are obviously our first central pair in defense, would be brilliant. And then if you got Max Wöber in the squad as well, excellent at championship level. But the news has come from Plettenberg, who's a good reporter out in Germany. Leeds United is currently demanding around 10 to 12 million euros for a sale of Max Wöber, which is roughly around 10 million pounds, people. This is too much for Borussia M. That's what I call them. Borussia M would like to keep Wöber, but can only do so with another loan. The 26-year-old central defender is aware about the situation. The clear trend is that Wöber will leave Leeds United. His contract is valid till 2027. So we've got a situation here where the club that had him on loan can't afford him outright and may have to look elsewhere. But what I will say is that maybe there could be a deal being done. Maybe Leeds United would accept that they take him with a loan with an obligation to buy. So they loan him again this season, and then we get a fee next summer. I can see a scenario like that happening if there is little interest elsewhere. But what this is, again, people, is 49er Enterprises holding out for the price that they deem the player is worth, which is music to my ears yet again. I know people want to see incomings. I do too. You're not alone. But at this stage, as I'm talking to you now on the 6th of July, I'm not concerned. I think it's going to be much like last season, where you hear about the interest the day before, the deal's done the next day, or Max Aaron's case, you hear about the interest the day before and the deal gets gazumped the next day. You know, sometimes that happens. But I think we're going to work in the same kind of way again. So at this point, as I speak to you now, I'm not concerned. I feel we will get replacements in. What this does mean, though, with Wöber going or looking to leave, is that with Cooper seemingly on the outs, Cresswell finalizing his move to Toulouse, we're going to need another 2 centre-backs. I feel that we need to explore the loan market in that scenario. I don't see us buying 2 centre-backs. I think that's a little bit OD at this level. I think over the top, sorry, at this level. I feel that we can buy another one, which I think they're looking to do, and loan another just to fill out the squad and you know, fill it out in that way. But yeah, Max Wöber looking like he's looking to go. And I know a lot of you are probably cheering that. I know a lot of people didn't want him back, and I understand your points. But I'm just thinking at this level, having Wöber in as your third choice centre back is pretty damn good. So, but look, we'll try and get the best price possible. And just want to say the differences between Wöber and Cresswell, because obviously Wöber has got 3 years left on his deal too. Wöber's been playing first-team football. He's been playing Bundesliga football. He was in the Euros this summer. He's been very visible. His stock is still pretty decent. Whereas Charlie Cresswell, we're losing for around £4 million with 3 years left on his deal for an England under-21 international. It's not a good deal. But I've said before, you're not going to win every single deal. I think we've won with the Archie Gray one when you consider what's going on around us in terms of Elise going from Palace to Bayern for 45. Archie, we're getting 40 for him. Max Kilman has just left Wolves for West Ham for around 40 million. So I think we've done pretty well with Archie, and obviously Spurs are paying for potential, but I think we've done well in that deal. Not going to do so with Cresswell, but like with Llorente as well, we're trying to get more than the 4.5 than Betis offered. We've paid 20 for Llorente. We're probably not going to get that, but the 49ers are saying no. We want better value than 4.5 that you're offering Betis. Come back with a better offer. So for me, just the way that we're doing business, people, is so refreshing, because you can imagine under the old regime, it would have these guys would have been gone for probably combined £3 million, both Wöber and Llorente. So yeah, just brilliant to see, and long may it continue, and we'll keep an eye on Max Wöber's situation and see if it advances even further. Someone who we haven't got clarification on yet, and I would expect this in the next week, people, is Rasmus Christensen. I feel like we do need to know where he stands. The difference between players like Aronson, who we know is staying, Wöber, who is possibly going now, and Christensen, then if we lose a player, say when the season kicks off and it's one of our better players, the difference is that we can do something about these guys now if we know where their headspace is now, and also if the club sees a future for them. That's the important thing too. So that's the difference between these kind of guys, or if, say, we get a bid for Somerville on the first week of August, or you know, something like that. So there is the differences in between these. I would hope though that Rasmus is following Max out the door. I've said before, I don't feel comfortable with him at right back. I would be happily glad to be wrong. Of course, if he comes in and it does more than an adequate job down the right at this level, then I will hold my hands up and say, you know what, you got me in this one. But that's only a good thing for me to be wrong about that. I just feel though that his game in England, it's not suited to him, and I feel like you get bullied in the Championship. He got bullied in the Prem, people. So I don't know what he'd do against these rough and tumble people down here in the Championship. So for me, I hope he does seek a move as well. I feel that maybe his situation would have to be a loan though. I don't know if you're going to get money for Rasmus after the seasons he's had at Roma. Maybe it's another loan out. We shall see. But I would expect clarification on Rasmus Christensen over the next week, and I think that's fair for both him and, more importantly, Leeds United. Another one on the outs, people, is one of our goalkeepers, Christopher KLAESSON. As we know, Popey has just confirmed. I mean, I'm recording this pretty much an hour after. So Leeds United goalkeeper Christopher KLAESSON is expected to join Polish club. Let's go. Let me try this one. Rakov Seshtochoa. We're going to go with Rakov for the purposes of this video, people. Okay, forgive me. All right, but he is expected to join that Polish club on a permanent deal. And just in addition to that, I think we will be getting some kind of fee for him, because KLAESSON, who's made 4 appearances for Leeds, has a year left on his deal. So I'd expect us to get, it's probably not going to be much. It's probably going to be a 6-figure sum, if anything. But at least it's more money in, and we get one of the goalkeepers off the books. I personally would have preferred Darlow to go, but if he's looking for the experienced head to stay, and KLAESSON wants first-team football at this stage of his career, I completely get it. So I don't think anyone's going to lose any sleep over this one, but that is the latest update with KLAESSON. So there we are, people. And just another thought that I had as well in terms of Kamara's potential exit. Is Brendan Aronson going to be that number 8? One of the number 8 positions, because we are still looking for a number 8 actively. But if Kamara was to go, which is another one of those defensive midfielders, is Aronson going to be the 8 and then maybe Jorginho be the 10? I would love to see that kind of combination in addition to new players coming in. Let me make that clear. But just something that just crossed my mind. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, because if Kamara goes, I can see Aronson being his in-house replacement. But listen, people, that is the update for the video. Please like the video before you go, subscribe, drop your comments below, and I'll see you in the next one, people. Peace out.